Brett Dawson from Sellout Crowd here at the Paycom Center, where the Thunder is a 128-120 winner over the Cleveland Cavaliers. A big night for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and he really keyed a great night offensively for the Thunder. 43 points for Shai, one off his career high. He talked, and Mark Daigneault talked after the game, about wanting to play fast against this bigger Cleveland Cavs team that starts two big guys in the starting five. And Shai certainly did that. He was aggressive. He got downhill. He got to the free throw line 13 times. That's a season high for him, and a little bit more like what we saw from him last year. Really aggressive offensively. And Daigneault talked after the game about the way the floor opens for Shai when guys are moving, the ball is moving, the floor is moving, and the opportunities that open up for other players when Shai is aggressive and fast in the way he was tonight. All that stuff came together offensively for OKC. You saw good balance. He had the big night, Shai did. But you saw 15 points from Chet Holmgren, 15 points from Jalen Williams, who was really good down the stretch, playing off what the defense had to do to account for Shai, and to a certain extent Chet as well. 14 points from Dort, who was very good defensively. Same for Cason Wallace, strong defensive game, 14 points for him. All that stuff kind of comes out of what Shai was doing, and what Shai was doing, as Daigneault said, comes out of what the floor is creating for him with the movement, the spacing, the fact that defenses now have to pay so much attention to Chet Holmgren's jump shot. A whole lot of things happening on the offensive end that are unlocking some different stuff for OKC. The center of it tonight was Shai, but again, as Daigneault talked about, that's a five-man effort that creates a lot of those opportunities. Same thing on the defensive end. The Thunder really has been pretty good. Mark Daigneault talked about this before the game, in terms of its attention to detail in the scouting report on the best scorer, the best offensive player for every team, except in one case. That was in Cleveland, where despite the win, Donovan Mitchell scored 43 points on the Thunder. A much better effort tonight, just in terms of a team effort, in knowing where Mitchell was, knowing their assignments, bringing the help from the right places. He got 22 points, but he was 8 for 23 from the floor. Dort kind of steers the ship there, but just good five-man defense across the board for OKC. Cason Wallace, when he came in, you could see the rookie stuff where Mitchell would get one on him, get by him, draw a foul, some kind of veteran moves to draw that contact. But Cason was pretty good in terms of being where he was supposed to be on the floor, and that was true of a lot of the Thunder defensively. They forced a lot of turnovers against a team that doesn't commit very many. Just a really efficient defensive night. And though they gave up 120 points, this was a tightly called game and a pretty physical game. And the combination there led to a lot of free throws. Cleveland in particular got to the line a lot in the fourth quarter. So the numbers could have looked a little better. The scoring could have been a little lower. But Mark Daigneault didn't seem very concerned. He was pretty impressed with what his team was able to do on both ends of the floor. Wanted to be physical with the Cavs. You have to. They're a little bit bigger team. And he said you got to touch them up a little. You can't let those guys roam free. And so you're going to get some fouls as a result, and you can live with those fouls if the other things are happening. The effort on the boards was there, better than it's probably been all season. Again, a bigger team in Cleveland, a fully healthy Cleveland team, unlike the last time Jarrett Allen didn't play. For example, Darius Garland also didn't play the last time. But having the two centers, Jarrett Allen and Evan Mobley, and for the Thunder to still compete on the boards, basically even on the boards with the Cavs, really significant. This is a total performance that I think OKC's really kind of been waiting for, and saw some of that today. This is hardly a finished product. There's a long way to go. Josh Giddey, a little rocky. Cason Wallace actually mostly closed out the game. Giddey got in for the last 25 seconds or so, but it was Cason Wallace in the game down the stretch, in part because of that defense he had been playing over the course of the night. Still some stuff for OKC to figure out, but when you look at some of the stuff that Chet Holmgren is starting to create offensively, with the attention that defenses are paying to him, when you see Shai Gilgeous-Alexander getting downhill the way he did tonight, and when you see the defense kind of moving together, attacking together, really understanding the scouting report, this is a really good overall effort. Thunder headed on the road now, and an interesting couple of games from a standpoint of who's going to play for the other team. The Sacramento Kings up Friday in Sacramento. No De'Aaron Fox right now. He's the point guard playing with a sprained or sitting with a sprained ankle. Whether he'll play Friday, up in the air, we don't really know. And then on Sunday at Phoenix, where the Suns have had some injury stuff, Bradley Beal was back for the Suns tonight. Remains to be seen if he'll be back on Sunday, if Devin Booker will play. He's been sitting out lately, so that'll be something to track. A fun road trip either way. We'll be there with plenty of coverage here on the YouTube page and at selloutcrowd.com, so check us out.